All right, now we'll continue on with the last part of Chapter 11, Inflammation and Fever. The first part of this chapter, and most of this chapter, is dealing with inflammation. So, Chapter 11, Learning Objective 21 is list the primary goals of inflammation and describe its three phases. So you'll find the three phases in Figure 11.12. But first off, inflammation is a basic immune response. It can be triggered by several different things. It can be triggered by a microbial invasion or pathogens, and it can also be triggered by physical damage. If you get burned or if you have a scrape or a cut, these are all things that can trigger inflammation. There are three major goals of inflammation. So these aren't the steps. This is what is the goals of inflammation. One of the goals, as we've seen with many of our things, we're going to recruit leukocytes to our site that has been impaired. So remember, we have both a cellular and a molecular response in our secondary lines of defense. And one of those primary roles is to get as many leukocytes there as possible to deal with whatever problem has arisen. If possible, because remember, it's part of the goal of the second line of defense, we either want to try to limit or eliminate the problem. If possible, maybe those leukocytes can get rid of all the microbes that have possibly invaded in an area, and or they can take care of and repair a damaged area. If they can, great. If not, they want to try to limit it. And if they can't get rid of it, then we're going to try to recruit our third line of defense. And then the third thing we want to do, part of the role of inflammation, is also to repair the damaged area. Because also part of inflammation is going to be how we regulate our blood vessels. And when we have inflammation, part of the repair process will be increasing the amount of O2 we bring to the area, as well as nutrients that are needed for cell growth. So we're going to do this in three different steps. I'm only going to list the three steps in this video, and then in the next one, we'll discuss each one of these in detail. So the three different phases, I can't remember if they call them steps or phases, but either way, the different phases or steps of inflammation. The first one is called vascular changes. It's sort of funny, but the last part could also be called vascular changes, but they decided to put it as step one. Step two is going to be leukocyte recruitment. And then step three will be resolution. You always have to bring everything you're doing to an end.